I kind of want to talk about this because I'm thinking, yeah, sorry, I'm not going to say.
Matt, do the intro.
Okay, cool. Hey everyone, welcome to the Garage Bar. We are just a group of guys. Back in the day, we used to shoot the shit in a garage that had a bar. Happened to be my parents' house. Uh, Now we're older. We decided to do a podcast. We're still drinking. There's no garage, but we kept the name. So my name is Matthew Reyes. I have been having a little bit of Jameson today, and I am finishing it off with a fine Pabst Blue Ribbon. Jacob.
Hey, yeah, it's Jake the Tea Snake. I decided to switch it up. I'm drinking a little Beechwood Citraholic IPA. Beechwood is, once again, a great brewery in Long Beach that Matt just happens to live by in that great city.
We spent many a drunken night there.
Yes, exactly.
Rico.
I am Rick Roulet. I was drinking my last Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA, but now I have switched to Trader Joe's Simpler Times Lager. It tastes like gasoline.
It seems like this should be like a nice little guitar riff and like a loon on the lake. Simpler Times.
Yeah.
It tastes like gasoline.
Like beer should be.
But it's 6.2% alcohol, which is a good percentage.
Yeah. It gets you drunk.
And it's like $4 for a 6-pack.
Yeah. Trader Joe's, for some reason, their beer prices are.
And Trader Joe's, like, just the shit that they make, you know, the Trader Jose's brand and the Josefbrau brand and Simpler Times, all of their shit is a lot cheaper than other beer, and they have a huge variety. So this one is probably their cheapest, and it, like I said, it tastes like gasoline, but a lot of their other beers taste really good.
You know what I really like is, I think they have Boatswain.
They sell that there. I'm not sure if they make that. I was looking at that when I bought this.
Yeah, I really like that one. They have their IPA is pretty good on that one.
Oh, by the way, it's pronounced bosun.
Oh, it's Bosun?
It's like a sailor's term.
Yeah, I don't know. I just bought it a couple of times, but
I believe it says that on the can.
They spell it out phonetically.
It's pronounced bosun. Because that's like when you if you read fucking not Pirates of the Caribbean, Treasure Island, right? Or if you hear like 16 men on a dead man's chest, part of that, what they mention bosun, right? A bosun spike and stuff like that. That's actually spelled boatswain. It's a position.
Isn't there a boson particle?
That's boson.
Boson particle. Gotcha.
The Higgs boson.
Higgs boson particle.
But boson is a type of particle, so it's like the Higgs particle or the Higgs boson.
I just know they talked about it in Ghostbusters video game.
Did they really? Fuck, I never got that far.
Dude, that game is an absolute classic because they got all the. That was the last time all the Ghostbusters were together. Harold Ramis, they got everybody like, they're all together.
They even got Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even got Winston. Yeah, he's really busy.
They got
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Jacob's like, really? They got Winston?
Only one they didn't get was Rick Moranis, right?
Yeah, well, he has his little thing going on.
He decided to give up show business for his family life.
He says he didn't. He says he was like just waiting for the right project, but
what?
Isn't he a country music singer?
He waiting for the right project for 30 years.
No, he's a country music singer now. I read that.
Maybe he got tired of being a quote character actor.
Yeah, he did kind of play the same character a lot in the same movie. I mean, he started off in SCTV, so he was like sketch performer, so he could do a bunch of different things. He just played the nerd in every movie. It's just, sad part of looking like that.
When you get typecast.
He's good at it, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Yes, have some.
So we'll take you on a quick little journey. My brain went from like Rick Moranis to the McKenzie brothers, Bob and Doug McKenzie, to like, hey, hoser, eh? You know what I learned? Somewhat recently, the term hoser comes from Canadian hockey players. The losing team had to hose down the ice.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I knew that one.
That's funny, man.
Jacob learned nothing today.
That'll be my moment of zen. I learned that. That's great. So, anyways,
were we talking about something, or we were just
talking about
Well,
the
speaking of
movie
entertainment,
industry that doesn't exist right now because of the pandemic that's ravaging the world.
Ooh, here's a
So if you
topic we
guys,
never.
by the way, if you guys are looking forward to Godzilla versus Kong, all signs show that that's going to be moved back next year.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I am a Toho and a giant monster big time fan.
I never saw
But
Skull Island, by the way.
the
I love the
books, the children's
concept.
books, the photo books, all the shit that was supposed to come out when the movie came out has been rescheduled for May 2021, which means usually that the movie is going to be pushed back. Apparently, if Tenet doesn't do well, everything's going to be pushed back.
No,
Tenet?
it's if Tenet doesn't release on the time it's supposed to. Tenet's supposed to release July 17th.
What the fuck
Every
is
fucking
Tenet?
studio. It's the new Christopher Nolan movie.
Nolan.
It's the new Nolan project, and that's the
Denzel
one
Washington's
movie.
son, right?
What'd you say?
Denzel Washington's son.
Yes, correct.
Has he done anything else, or is this his first thing?
No,
I'm sure
he's
he's
done
done
a
something
couple other
else, but
things. I can't think of off the top of my head, but
he had some good references.
Just, Damon Wayans Jr. was in The New Girl.
Oh wow! Oh my god!
And Michael B. Jordan just be tearing up the screen.
Yeah, no, I think every studio is looking at Tenet because Tenet's the one movie, and it's a big movie. It's probably one of Warner Brothers' biggest tentpole titles of the summer, and that's the one movie throughout all this COVID madness. That's the one title that hasn't been pushed, only because Christopher Nolan is being very strict that he wants to release on July 17th.
That's
However,
when the movie's
I
coming out.
fucking love Nolan and his fucking, no, it must be done this way.
yeah,
I love it. He was the reason why fucking IMAX projection didn't go digital for so long.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he's the one reason why it's still there's still IMAX film projectors out there right now. I mean, there's no other director that releases their movies on IMAX film other than him.
He shot fucking Dark Knight on that shit, right?
Shit, yeah, he did, and it was awesome.
Yeah. He only did a select scenes on actual IMAX film though, which was kind of it was cool at the time, but I kind of wish the whole movie was like that.
There's no way that's gonna be like the hit that brings it all back. Because even if we come back, we're gonna have to still do social distancing. It's gonna be half full theaters. We're fucked.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I was trying to get to though. Is that why studios are looking at that movie? Because that's going to be the first new release, supposedly, that's going to be releasing this summer. And if Warner Brothers is going to stick to that release date, then it's going to allow other studios to be like, okay, we're going to release, Disney's going to finally release Mulan. And, Universal's finally going to release, Bond. And Warner Brothers is going to release Wonder Woman. But if Tenet pushes, then that just, no other studio wants to take a risk of their movie being the first movie to open during this pandemic.
Yeah.
So all the other studios are looking at Warner Brothers being like, oh, what are they going to do? And if Warner Brothers pushes it back to say August, everyone else is going to do the same thing.
Here's the thing, some information that can have a little bit of bearing on this. Theaters are taking this into account. I saw a picture today. My wife showed it to me. I'm not sure where it came from. She was like, hold up her phone. This is what it's going to look like. So in movie theaters, some of them have taken out seats, and some of them have just blocked off seats. So they have sections where it's like 1 seat or 2 seats, and then a bunch of distance, and then 3 seats or 4 seats, right? And then a bunch of distance. So they're actually planning out empty spaces in their theaters so that you can watch and maintain social distance.
But box office nowadays is so fucking important.
Yeah, that
like,
means
oh, well, you have to take into account the fact that the theater was only 1/3 capacity.
But box office only really benefits the studio. A regular movie theater chain never really profits off of box office. That's why they're willing to give out readmission.
I mean, not
tickets
until
to people.
the film lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, but not Disney. Disney doesn't allow more than the theater to gross 7% of ticket sales. All the other
for the entire run.
For the entire run, all the rest of it goes to Disney. So that's why movie theaters don't make that much of a profit off the ticket sales. The movies make and as Rick and I know from working at a movie theater for all majority of
for like a combined total of 30 years.
Exactly. That all their money is in the concession sales. That's why a tub of popcorn, when it costs the theater's overhead 50 cents for that entire bag of popcorn that can create 100 tubs of popcorn, and they sell each tub for $7. I mean, it's pure profit for the theater, and that's where they make their money. Now, if they're only allowing a certain amount of people to be entering into a theater at a certain time, or enter just the entire theater complex at a certain time, you have less sales of that concession food, and that means less profit for the movie theater. So it's like in a way, yeah, it's great to promote that people need to go out and see movies and be comfortable, and this is what we used to enjoy before all this COVID stuff. But in the end, it's really going to be still detrimental to the total profitability of the whole venture. I mean, like,
Oh, it's definitely going to be
theaters.
detrimental, but it might survive. Jacob, let me ask you something. The last time you actually worked at a movie theater, did that theater have dine-in in-theater service? Because now most of them do.
After I left that Regal movie theater in downtown LA, they put in a bar. They put in more food items like pitas and sandwiches and stuff. They didn't go to the lengths of bringing the food to your seats as you watch the movie, but they expanded their menu. Unlike I love the Alamo.
Me too.
Yeah, but the fucking AMC 30 in Ontario Mills does that now.
Yeah,
most AMCs do that.
Yeah,
and
I
so
seriously
I think,
cannot believe that it took until like the 2000s for them to have like assigned seats where you purchase a ticket and you know where you're gonna sit.
That's a little crazy, yeah.
The worst fucking aspect of going to a movie when I was a kid and even in my adolescence was trying to find a seat. If you're there with like 4 people, that's a fucking nightmare. And
Exactly.
I cannot believe that no one thought, like, baseball's been doing this shit since like the 1800s. Like, no one was like, hey, maybe if we like you could buy seats beforehand and then you won't have to like fight with a total stranger.
And then you also don't have to stand in line for a half an hour or an hour and a half.
Yeah. How long were those people standing in lines for the Star Wars movie or for the prequel Star Wars movies?
Oh my god, those motherfuckers slept in backpacks to see Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. No, literally, I wasn't working at the Edwards in Ontario at that time, but I heard stories of people who were out there for a full week before that movie was released.
I saw them, dude.
Are you talking about episode 1?
Yeah, episode 1, yeah.
Because you were there for at least one of the
I was there for Clone Wars.
Clone Wars and Revenge.
Yeah, because Clone Wars came out in 2001.
Can you fucking imagine them when they went through that shit, not really showering? Maybe they went home to shower like once, pissing like wherever they wanted to, and they got in there and they saw that shit, and just like the dead smile on their face, just like not really like blinking, just like. This is good, right? This is what I took a week off of work for. The little kid said yippee.
Hey, as shitty as that movie was, I at least have to say that the lightsaber battle at the end was fucking badass.
The Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
That was a whole combination battle. That was really well planned and well choreographed and well edited.
Yeah.
I mean, They gave Jake Lloyd some stupid lines, but other than that, and Jar Jar Bink.
The other 2 hours that you had to endure to get to that area was...
Poor Natalie Portman had to be in that flick, like, pretending to have feelings for a little kid. I have feelings about you, too. Yeah, what? Oh, the Metachlorians.
What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about movie theaters. How the fuck do movie theaters work?
Well, no, I mean, my thing is, and that's a good point, Matt, why it took him so long to get to that type of structure. I mean, all the way into the 2000s. My thing is like, why did it take him so long to at least sell booze? I mean, why was selling alcohol such a major revolution in the theater business? It's like you could have done that from the very fucking beginning.
And like when I was a kid, a friend of mine, his mom is Canadian, so he went to Canada, and he was like, "Yeah, they sell booze in the movie theater."
Yeah, Europe has been doing it for a while.
Yeah,
so it was way more fun to sneak in booze, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I mean, we were talking about
how are they going to manage it, right? Like, so what I'm saying is, when you can order stuff at your seat, that's going to help the concession bottom line, right? Because you can stand in line beforehand, or you can order it online, and then
but there's still not very many people in the theater, though, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, okay, you can make it more accessible for people to order the food, but you only, like, if your theater had the capacity to seat 100 people, and you're only allowing 45 people to be in there. I mean, yeah, you're making somewhat of a profit, but you wouldn't be making as much as if that theater was filled back in the day.